It's Charmel. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you guys how I create and install my lace frontal wig using my Vixen curl pattern from Icon Extensions. And to start off, I'm just coloring the hair. I use the Revlon Color Silk in a variation of different blondes just to give me a nice brown color, and I also put a black color at my roots of the wefts and frontal. So now we're going to move on to the actual wig portion. This is the wig cap that I used. I picked it up at my local beauty supply. And as far as the frontal goes, I personally do not like to use my frontal from ear to ear. I just find it very unnecessary with how I wear my installs. So I did trim each end of my frontal, so it's slightly bigger than a closure but not fully ear to ear. And I also like to make sure that my baby hairs are slightly over the lining of the wig cap, and that's so when you place it on your head, your baby hairs are actually kind of sitting on your forehead properly and they're not going to be pushed back too far. So this is the braiding pattern that I'm going to be using. I'm strictly installing this as a side part, so I don't have a bunch of braids going straight back. If you do want more braids going straight back, you can add that for more parting space, but like I said, I'm pretty much going to stick to a side part with this install. So here is the wig, and this is how the color came out. And this is about how much of the frontal that I used, and I also pre-parted it. So I'm just going to plop that on my head and start to get it situated. And as you can see, with it just plopped on my head, it looks fairly natural without much manipulation. But I'm going to pull it to the side a bit and just get it fitted to my liking. So I personally do not like the super gelled down edges on frontals. I know it's really popular, but I'm just really not a fan of it, and it is not practical for my lifestyle. I do like to have my wigs on I do wear my wigs for about 2 weeks at a time, and then I take them off, wash, and restyle. So I'm just going to show you guys how I'm going to sew this down. So basically, you want to pull your baby hairs as far as possible, and that anchor braid in the front, I'm just going to stitch in between the baby hair in the hairline and stitch it along that anchor braid. I hope it makes sense. And if it doesn't, just watch. You'll see me pull the wig forward like so and feel for that stitch braid and sew in between. I am using like the nylon thread, so it's the really thin one, so that it kind of blends in with the hair and it's not too thick, and so you can't see it too much. So I'm just going to stitch all the way across on both sides and also sew the wig along the sides and the back. So this is how it looks once it's sewn all the way down with minimal manipulation. And so now I'm going to pin this hair back and cut these baby hairs down some because they're definitely too long. And I'm just going to use a razor comb just to trim them down and, you know, get them to look a lot more natural. And then next I'm going to take some Got To Be Glued gel and just apply that right in the center where I didn't sew the frontal part down, and I'm just going to apply a little of that and adhere that loose part to it. So after that got to be glued is dried, I'm going to take some setting foam and just liberally apply it to those baby hairs. Setting foam is your best friend when it comes to edges and baby hairs, even your natural baby hair. It's going to allow you to mold those edges without making it super crunchy, and it's going to make it stay a lot longer. So right now I'm just going in and just playing with those baby hairs and getting them to my liking. They're still kind of long, so I did go in and trim them some more. But yeah, now I'm just kind of getting those edges taken care of. And so next I'm going to take my curls control paste, and then I'm just going to apply that just to kind of add some extra hold. And I'm also going to blend in like my natural edges. See how my sideburns kind of are? That's one of the reasons I don't like having the frontal from ear to ear, and I just like to use my natural like sideburns and stuff. So now I'm just kind of molding the little bit of edges that didn't get braided up. So I'm just kind of blending it all together. Then I'm just going to tie that down and let it sit for a moment just so that my little mold will stay. And this is how it looks once I take it off. As you can see. And I did bleach my knots on this frontal. And so now I'm just going to take some tweezers and go in and customize that parting a little bit more and just kind of space that part out a little bit. And after I pluck the hairline, that's pretty much it for like installing this frontal. This is just what works for me. It looks fairly natural in my opinion. I know you don't have like all the extra parting and stuff, but like I said, it's not really practical for just for my lifestyle, and typically I'll just wear my hair in a side part anyways. So this is the method that I like. So next I'm just going to take some water in this spray bottle and just flatten that out a little more. As I was installing, the hair got a little frizzy, so I'm just going to take a spray bottle, and just kind of, style it a little bit more. After it's wet, I'm just going to diffuse it, and that is pretty much it, you all. This is just, like I said, how I personally like to wear my frontals. I don't like all the glue not glue, but the gel all glued to your forehead. I don't think my forehead's big enough anyways to have all those baby hairs laying on it. So this is just my personal way of wearing frontals, and I hope you all enjoyed this video. I did forget to film like an outro, so I'm just gonna do it throwback style and add a picture at the end. If you found this video helpful, definitely give it a thumbs up. Any questions, comments, concerns, leave them down below, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.